Hey, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yep, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. 2 days until Christmas. Saturday morning, Christmas on Monday. Hope you guys have been good this year. Get what you want, not what you deserve. Yeah, anyway, bowl preview today. Citrus Bowl, Notre Dame and LSU. Real quick before we get into that, yes, I will be live streaming tonight. This game, I think, wrong, Auburn and Central Florida. Streaming Auburn and Central Florida tonight. That was the request we got the other day. And Uncle Lou has to be Central Florida. So, again, I didn't choose that. This was chosen by viewers on another live stream. So live stream tonight around 9:30 or 10, Central Florida, Auburn, Citrus Bowl, Uncle Lou playing as Central Florida. So we'll see how that goes. Already done a preview on that game. If you haven't seen it, just click back a couple of videos. You'll see it, Peach Bowl preview. But today's video, Notre Dame, LSU in the Citrus Bowl, New Year's Day, January 1st, 1 o'clock Eastern, I think this game is. There's been some bad bowl games, hadn't there, so far this year? You know, the thing about the early bowl games, I'm a huge college football fan, so I'll watch any college football game, right? The thing about the games so far this year is obviously the bowl games that are being played this early, it's pretty irrelevant teams that are playing, right? Very few, if any, Power 5 teams. It's mostly these mid-major type of schools. So you at least hope when you watch these games that you'll get lucky or whatever, and it'll be a good game at least, right? Give you a reason at least to watch it. An exciting ending, some sort of storyline outside of the game that makes the game interesting to watch. None of that this year. The average margin of victory in these bowl games so far this year has got to be about 30 points. I mean, just blowout after blowout after blowout. I mean, it's really been sad and hard to watch. That won't be the case with this game, I don't think. The Citrus Bowl, Notre Dame and LSU. Two pretty similar teams with some significant differences, though. Both teams went 9-3 this year, but they both got there in sort of two different ways, right? LSU started out pretty bumpy. Of course, everybody knows they took that unexplainable loss to something called Troy at home. In Death Valley, Tiger Stadium, place to be, you know, supposed to be impossible to win there. You let something called Troy come in and whip you. That was embarrassing. And not only to LSU, but to the entire SEC, to be honest. Really bad. And everybody wrote LSU off after that. A lot of people wrote Ed Orgeron off after that, too. Said, well, this guy's not going to last long, right? Well, LSU sort of turned it around. They ended up beating Auburn, played Alabama pretty tough. And finished the season at 9-3. Notre Dame, on the other hand, also finished at 9-3, but they got there sort of the opposite way, right? They started off really hot. They took a loss at home in week 2 to UGA, a 1-point loss at home. And then they went on a string of blowout wins, really. They were blowing everybody out. They had a big primetime game against Southern Cal. Southern Cal came into South Bend. Notre Dame absolutely ran them out of the stadium. People were really high on Notre Dame. They got up into the top 5, top 4 at one point. But then it really came crashing down for Notre Dame in the last 3 weeks of the season. They lost 2 of their last 3 games, getting blown out in Miami by Miami, and then losing by 18 points, another blowout really, to Stanford in their last game of the year to finish at 9-3. So not terrible years for either one of these teams. I don't think either one of these teams' fan bases expected really to make the playoffs this year. I know LSU has been elite at times in years past, but not the last few years. Let's just be realistic, and this was Ed Orgeron's first full year. I don't really think LSU fans expected to win the West, the SEC, or make the playoff. Notre Dame was coming off of a 4-win season last year. Now, they didn't expect that. They didn't want to see that again, and Brian Kelly would have been fired if that would have been the case. But I don't think very many Notre Dame fans realistically expected Notre Dame to make a run at a national title this year, which is sort of what happened up until the last month of the season, like I said. So I actually think both of these teams outperformed expectations this year. LSU, you can say, maybe hit it pretty close. And I guess Notre Dame, too. A lot of people had these 3 teams around the 8, 9, 10 win mark in the preseason, I think. So maybe a little bit better than expected. For Notre Dame, maybe started off a little bit better. And for LSU, maybe ended a little bit better than what people thought. Ended up, though, sort of right where people thought they would. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think this is going to be a good game. Notre Dame's got a great run game, but LSU does have a good defense. We'll see if they're able to completely shut Notre Dame down. That's got to be the plan when you play Notre Dame. You want to shut down their running game, try to make their quarterback, Wimbush, have to throw it to beat you. The quarterback runs around a lot too, so it's not just their running backs you have to worry about if you're LSU. I remember back a couple of years ago, was it 2013 or 2014? Notre Dame and LSU played in a bowl game at the end of the year. That was when Notre Dame had, here's a name for you, Malik Zaire. Florida dud this year, transferred from Notre Dame to Florida for his last year this year. Barely saw the field, dude, terrible. But he lit LSU up a few years ago when he was at Notre Dame. He ran all over LSU in that game. If you Google Malik Zaire career highlights, 99% of what you see is from that LSU game a couple of years ago in the bowl season. He absolutely had his way with LSU. Do I think that means Wimbush will do the same against LSU? Not necessarily. Although, that will be Notre Dame's plan. Run, 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 run. I can promise you that. LSU, Notre Dame's going to get a dose of the same medicine. LSU, a running team. I haven't liked LSU's quarterback all year. And he's pretty much lived up to what little expectations people had of him. The guy's just not an elite quarterback. Ederling, is that his name? Has he been terrible? No. Is he going to lose a game for LSU? Probably not. Is he going to come from behind and throw you back into a game if you're down by 2 or 3 scores? Probably not. Like I said, I don't expect that to be the case. I think this will be a low-scoring game, a grind-it-out, pound-the-rock type of game. Total points in this game probably be somewhere in the 50s would be my guess. I would be surprised if either team hit 30 points in this game. This game could go either way. Notre Dame was favored when this game was announced by a couple of points, I think. That has flip-flopped. LSU is now favored by 3. And I think that's probably about right. I think LSU wins a close game. Maybe even like a last possession type of game. Although this could be the type of game that's won on defense, not on a last second drive. Because I really don't think either offense is going to be able to light it up in this game. So maybe LSU scores, with 4 or 5 minutes to go, takes a lead, and then Notre Dame's just not able to move down the field to get the game-winning touchdown or something like that. So for a score prediction on this game, I'm going to take 27-24. LSU beats Notre Dame. But again, this is a close game. Not really trash-talking Notre Dame here. Don't really have a reason to. We humiliated them. In South Bend, they say, UNCLELOU, you only beat them by 1 point. Yeah, beat them by 1 point with a true freshman quarterback making his first start on the road at Notre Dame. Yeah, beat you by 1 point. But point is, we did beat you. And guess what? We get you at home in 2019. Not just coming up here, not 2018, but 2019. Notre Dame has to come down to Athens, Georgia, and toe to spanking, courtesy of the Georgia Bulldogs, which will be happening. LSU, on the other hand, you get your spanking next year. Yeah, if you thought Troy was tough at home, right? Death Valley, Tiger Stadium. Yeah, you had your hands full with Troy. Wait till UGA comes rolling into Baton Rouge or whatever the hell it is out there in Louisiana next season, 2018. Won't be good for the Tigers. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I got all off season to remind LSU how bad they are and how much Georgia's going to whoop them next year. I do think LSU wins this game. Hashtag SEC. You already know. Anyway, yeah, give me LSU. What did I say? 27-24. I'll stick with that. I do think this will be a good game and one worth watching. Ton of NFL talent on these two teams. Say what you want about how they played this year, their record, losing to Troy. For LSU, whatever, getting blown out by, say whatever you want about all that. Getting blown out Southern Cal for Notre Dame. Say whatever you want about all that. GMs will be drooling over this game, okay? NFL personnel department, scouts, general managers, they will be at this game. Somebody from every single NFL team will be at this game. Notre Dame, an NFL offensive line, LSU, NFL players all over the field like they do every year. No surprise there. So you'll get to see some elite future NFL talent in this game too. But give me LSU by 3, 27-24. Have a great day, an even better morning, and I'll see you tonight for that live stream.